Public hearing for medical marijuana coming on the ballot in November, amending the state constitution, finished up tonight in efforts to convince voters to vote for or against it. Hosted by the Secretary of State, the event had 4 speakers arguing for or against 2 versions of the bill brought on by people and legislators. 12 News' Alex Love sat in on the meeting. He's live in our studio tonight to break down what was debated. Alex?
With Election Day 3 weeks out, it was the last chance for registered voters in Mississippi to understand what they're looking at on the ballot to either allow or not allow medical marijuana in the state, or a restricted version drawn up by lawmakers.
Angie Calhoun, a mother to a child who relied on medical marijuana treatment to save his life, was the first to speak, saying this vote could be the difference between life and death for many.
If it weren't for medical marijuana, where would your son be today?
I truly don't know. He might be dead.
At age 17, her son Austin fell ill with chronic Lyme disease attacking his nervous system. She was forced to relocate him to another state where she witnessed regulated medical marijuana treatment.
We went to see a doctor who certifies medical marijuana patients, and then that is sent to the State Department of Health. They will issue a medical marijuana card. Every form is not smokable, and inhalation helps people who have chronic nausea and vomiting.
Some form of medical marijuana is legal in 34 other states, but members of the Mississippi State Board of Health, like Jim Perry, spoke against all bills allowing it, accusing the industry from out of state of promoting addiction.
Section 2 of Initiative 65 specifically gives the big out-of-state marijuana companies, any of its officers, owners, operators, employees, contractors, and agents immunity for any criminal or civil sanctions. Some of my friends say we should legalize marijuana and tax it like we do cigarettes or alcohol. The specific language of Initiative 65 would make that constitutionally impossible.
In the wake of medical marijuana under Initiative 65 making it to the ballot, legislators responded with their own version, Alternative 65A. Though this has no clear list of qualifying diseases, it would operate on a capped budget through taxpayers.
This is the question of whether we will choose unelected bureaucrats to hand out permits to a $14 billion industry on the one hand, or, as 65A would provide, entrust our elected officials to do their jobs in a way to set public policy as we do in every other area of our lives.
Dr. Thomas Dobbs also spoke in favor of Alternative 65A, but another doctor pointed to bills for medical marijuana brought up over the last 20 years and never getting anywhere.
More than a dozen people spoke afterwards, voicing their support or opposition. Many for Initiative 65 pointed to the drug being distributed in smaller amounts and containing only CBD, unlike what's sold on the street.